Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be guiding a 30-minute flow class. And the intention that I've set for this class is to ground in preparation for autumn. In Ayurveda, autumn is considered the Vata season. And in this season, things are very changeable, seem very up in the air. So by grounding in this practice, we can prepare ourselves for autumn. So we're going to start in just an easy seated pose, Sukhasana, or you could take lotus position or any other comfortable seat. And we're going to sit up tall. Inhale, lengthening the spine. And exhale, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, feel as though someone's pulling a string out through the crown of your head. Exhale, release tension. Just take a moment here to set your intention for the practice. Okay, now we're going to begin with a couple of sun salutations, Surya Namaskar. So we're going to come to standing at the top of the mat. Bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, flat back, reverse swan dive to folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Step the right foot back into a runner's lunge. And from here, we're going to bring the left hand to the left knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, the left arm up. And exhale, begin doing arm circles. Other direction. Inhale here, stretch, exhale, bring the left hand back down. Inhale, step the left foot back, come to plank. Exhale, drop the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Start with your knees bent here, and then just slowly start to walk out your dog. Exhale, bring your knees down for tabletop position. And we're going to do just a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, chest, and sit bones. Exhale, hollow out the belly, drop the head. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Do a couple more rounds according to your own breath. Exhale for cat pose. And then inhale, come back to neutral spine. From here, lift the knees back up for plank pose, and then press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward for a runner's lunge. Exhale, bring right hand to right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, the right arm up. And exhale, begin to make arm circles. Opposite direction. Inhale, lengthen, stretch, and exhale. Bring the hand back down to the ground. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up toward the sky. And then exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to take one more sun salutation with warrior one. So inhale the arms up. Exhale, pull the mat apart between your feet. Dive from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, bring the hands to the ground. Step the left foot back for a runner's lunge. And keeping the left heel lifted, or you may choose to ground the left heel. Inhale, rise to warrior one. Really feeling like you're grounding down through the back edge of the left foot if your heel is down. If your heel is lifted, press through the heel. You're reaching toward the ground. At the same time as your chest is pressing up toward the sky. Inhale here. Exhale. Bring the hands down. Step the right foot back. Inhale, plank. Exhale. Drop the knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward into cobra. And exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Now from here, inhale. Step the left foot forward in between the hands. Again, you can choose to keep the heel lifted or to ground the heel. And inhale, rise for warrior one. Hips are square to the front of the mat as much as possible. Inhale here. Exhale. Bring the hands to the ground. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up, and exhale. Bring the hands to heart center. So from here, we're going to come into Muladhara. We're going to come into tree pose first and then Muladhara. So for tree pose, we're going to start in mountain pose, feet hip width apart, tuck the tailbone, bend the knees, roll the shoulders back. Inhale here, exhale. Begin to shift the weight onto the left foot. Really feel grounded down through the left leg, engaging the left glute, engaging the core. We're going to inhale, lift the right foot, and bring it either here by our ankle, here on our shin, or here on the thigh, but not on the knee. And maintain your dristi, your gaze, on one point in front of you. You bring your hands to heart center. And just stay here a while. In this practice, we're working on hip openers. The hips are the center of the root chakra, the first chakra, the Muladhara chakra. And this is our center for grounding, centering, security, our place of intuition, and so forth. So we're working on opening up this space. And when you're ready, inhale here, exhale, slowly release with control as much as possible. And we're going to move to the other side. Inhale here, exhale, shift the weight onto the right foot, right leg, keeping the core engaged, keeping the right glute engaged. We're going to inhale and bring the left foot to the ankle, to the shin, or to the thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine, grow your tree tall, but at the same time being very mindful of your connection with the ground and with the earth, feeling as though you're rooted into the earth. You may take any arm variation you like. This is Anjali Mudra, hands at heart center, or you could do cactus arms, or you could interlace your fingers behind your back. But wherever you are, take a deep inhale and exhale. Begin to release with control. Okay, so now we're going to come into Muladhara yogic squat. So we're going to bring the feet at a 45-degree angle. Feet about hip width apart. Inhale here. Exhale. Squat down. Bringing the elbows to the inside of the knees. Hands in prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale to sink deeper into the squat. And if you would like, you may bring a blanket or a block underneath you to support the pelvis. Maybe bringing the eyes closed. And just focusing on how it feels, not how it looks. The pose, the asana, it's like a map. A map doesn't tell you where to go, it just lets you know what's there. It lets you know of the possibilities. You can choose your own path within the asana. And just know you have choices. Inhale here. And exhale, we're going to come to seated with our legs stretched out in front of us for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So for this pose, I like to sit on a blanket. It helps me to sit up a little taller and lengthen my spine. And I like to sit on the very edge, like I'm almost falling off of it. We're going to begin here in Dandasana, staff pose. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale, walk the hands forward, up the legs, until you get to a comfortable spot where you'd like to stop. You can also bend the knees, bring a micro bend in the knees, or a deeper bend if you need to. It's better to keep the knees bent than to round the spine. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale to fold forward. And when you're ready, inhale, start to slowly roll back up to Dandasana. And from here, we're going to come back onto our feet. Bring your hands to the floor. Come to a tabletop position. The fingers spread wide apart. Tuck the toes. Inhale for downward facing dog. And so from here, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bend the right knee for three-legged dog. This allows us to open the hips. When you're ready, inhale. Bring the right leg forward and bring the shin close to parallel with the top of the mat. As close as you can. For Rajkopakasana, pigeon pose. So you can inhale, lengthen the spine, stay here with the head and shoulders lifted. Or you can then choose to exhale, fold forward for sleeping pigeon. You may also choose to bring a blanket underneath the hips for a little extra support or block. Take a deep inhale here. Move your props. Exhale. Come back to downward dog. Pause here for a moment. Notice how both sides feel different. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, bring the left leg forward for a pigeon pose. On the opposite side. In the Upanishads, it is said that the root of progress is creation. We often think of progress in yoga as becoming more flexible, being able to reach our toes, being able to do crazy poses, but in reality, maybe progress is about creating something on your mat, creating something for yourself. So ask yourself, what can I create on the mat today? When you're ready, inhale, come back to downward dog. And we're going to exhale. Bring the knees back down for tabletop position. And so listen carefully here for this next transition. We're going to bring the right foot and cross it over the left leg. Spread the feet wide apart and come to sit down in between your heels. So the pose is a Gomukhasana, cow face pose, and you should end up with your knees stacked on top of each other, right knee on top of left knee. So you may want to stay here. This might be enough for you. You might already be feeling it, feeling the hip opening. If you would like, you can also begin to fold forward. But just listen to your body. It knows what to do. If you begin to feel tension or intensity, don't just crash through it. Keep going. Listen to that and stop and pause and really find your edge in the pose, that place where you're not in pain, but you are still feeling your intention, honoring your intention that you set at the beginning of the practice. So we're just going to take a few breaths here. This is perhaps the ultimate hip opening pose. So really just feeling the space that's being created in the hips. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And now listen carefully again. Inhale, walk the hands over to the left and around behind you until you get up and you turn all the way around, keeping the feet in roughly the same space so that you end up, now we're on the opposite side, left knee on top of right knee. So same thing here, just take a moment to listen to your body. Take a moment to feel. And if you'd like to fold forward, begin to do so. You may notice that one side feels different than the other, and that's perfectly normal. Just take a few deep breaths here. And when you're ready, inhale and exhale, come out of the pose, straighten your legs out in front of you, shake them out if you need to, maybe do windshield wiper legs. You can bring your feet to the mat and drop your knees to one side and then the other. But eventually we're going to make our way onto our backs. For Shavasana. And I'm going to offer the option of taking Shavasana in Supta Baddha Konasana. So bringing your feet together and knees apart, sort of like a butterfly pose. And again, this just brings a gentle opening to the hips. So, gently close your eyes wherever you are. And let go of the breath. Allow the breath to occur naturally. And just become an observer of the breath. Relax every part of your body, maybe doing a full body scan from head to toe, noticing any areas that are still holding on to tension, and let it go. Feel, notice every part of your body that's connected to the earth, and feel the earth's gravitational pull on you as though you're sinking down into the ground. When you're ready, start to deepen your inhales and exhales. Maybe wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. And roll over to one side, coming to the fetal position. This pose represents new ends, new beginnings. And keeping the eyes closed, press up to a seated position. Bringing the hands, resting them lightly on the knees, palms up for receiving energy, palms down for calming energy. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And send the awareness 2 inches below the navel to the root chakra, Muladhara chakra. And we're going to end by singing Om, 1 round of Om, and then 3 Shantis. If you would like to join me, just focus on feeling the vibration in every cell. Inhale to tune in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And now sing for all beings, Loka Samasta Sukhina Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may our thoughts, words, and actions contribute to their happiness and freedom. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.